Good evening. Thank you for attending the STEAM Camp Parent Info Session. My name is Michelle Sabasco, Director of STEAM Camp. And we have some information to share with you regarding our STEAM Camp, which is coming up this July. The dates will be July 10th, the week of July 10th, the week of July 17th, and the week of July 24th. We want to kind of give you some information about what STEAM Camp is. And I do want to rest you assured that we will have opportunities for questions here towards the end. But what is STEAM Camp? It's an opportunity for children ages 11 to 16 to engage in some hands-on learning activities covering science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So students are really going to have some time to do some individual projects, and then they're also going to have some time to do some team-based experiments and some collective learning. There'll be some games. We will have field trips, and we'll talk more about the field trips in a few minutes. They're going to have some projects and really some different presentations. The kids are going to have some opportunity to learn and have fun. I'd like to go ahead and move us to the next slide, and I'm going to have my colleague introduce herself and give you a little bit more information about STEAM.
Hi, everyone. I am Stacy Amedio, co-director of STEAM Camp. So as Michelle was talking about earlier, we do have our 3 sessions listed there starting on July 10th. July 17th is our second week, and July 24th is the start of our 3rd week. If you are looking just to have your student attend for 1 week, we are charging $260 per week. And that is all inclusive, including those field trips and lunch, and we'll talk more about that as well. But if for some reason you are interested in having your student attend for more than 1 week, we do offer a multi-week discount of 10%. And if you are finding yourself looking at that price tag, thinking that this may not be affordable to you, please consider our need-based scholarships. We will talk about that a little bit more, and the scholarship is on our STEAM Camp website. And so definitely get those turned in as soon as possible so we can consider your applications.
Thank you so much, Stacy. And we designed this camp really with safety and equity in mind. The camp is going to start at 9 a.m. and we are asking that a guardian does wait with their camper so that the camper is signed in. Again, this is for safety protocol, stuff like that, right? The pickup is at 3 p.m. So camp drop off 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Campers cannot leave without being signed out. So yes, mom or dad or whoever is going to be authorizing the pickup will need to come in, and we will ask you to please bring in a valid ID for sign out. Yes, we will ask you every single time, even though you're going to be our new friends. But again, it is just for safety. We want to make sure your children are going home with the appropriate trusted adult. With regards to safety, all of the staff are trained in CPR and first aid. They will be going through a rigorous training to make sure that your camper is safe and well cared for should the need arise. The other thing that we're going to be doing that's new this year for camp is we will be including lunch. Lunch will be provided for all campers. Again, safety and equity in mind.
So, did I jump us? I did. I'm sorry, everyone. So here is a little bit of an overall view of our STEAM Camp in the 3 weeks. So each week we do have kind of a theme going to it. So during session 1, our theme will be talking about people and innovation. Week 2, we'll be talking about in the environment. And then week 3 is really focusing on technology and innovation. So each week we tie in these themes into our field trips and what we will be teaching the campers from session to session, which I'm going to be showing you here on this slide is an example of like the daily schedule. So as you can see, we have students in the morning doing 2 sessions of different types of learning. So this is just an example. So you can kind of see that we're not having them do long periods of time just sitting doing one activity. We will be doing 4 different activities throughout the day, and then lunch will be in the middle there, time for breaks and snacks. And this doesn't include STEAM Camp Plus, which is our aftercare. So if you're needing care up to 5 o'clock, this is just for the traditional STEAM Camp. And then STEAM Camp Plus goes from 3 to 5. So there's an example of the schedule.
Yeah, so the kids will be rotating, they'll be doing different things throughout the day. One important component is that no week is going to be the same. So I just want you guys to know that each week will be a little bit different. So the children will really have some things to stretch their imaginations, which is so important. This slide pertains to STEAM Camp Plus. STEAM Camp Plus is available Monday through Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. It's an extra 2 hours of activities, and the additional fee for this program is $60 per week per camper. And then on Fridays, this is very exciting. This is an opportunity for the parents and grandparents to really get involved. We will be having the showcase. So what have you learned? What sort of cool presentations can the kids share? This is for all students that choose to participate. There is no additional cost, and it's just a really cool opportunity for them to showcase their cool learnings and win valuable gifts and prizes.
It is absolutely a capstone to the week. It is the way to end it. So that way, you know, all the learning and all the money you put into the week of camp, the students can show you what they've learned, and you can really kind of see the knowledge right in front of your eyes, which is awesome with STEAM Camp Plus. So examples of activities, and I don't know if you guys can see the little graphics or not. It doesn't look like I can see them on my screen, but we used to have cute little graphics. So we do have improv theater. We are going to do some business workshops, computer science, astronomy, some physics. We're going to use Hot Wheels and learn about physics, contemporary dance, sign language, aviation science. So these are just a small snippet really of all the activities we have planned over that 3-week period. Just like Michelle said, we are not going to be repeating things from week to week. So if you do sign up for all 3 weeks, you will be getting new experiences during the whole camp, which is great.
Next steps, we invite you to register. A link will be dropped in the chat for you to find the registration. We ask that if you're going to register your children for more than 1 week, to please use that discount code so you can get 10% off for registering your child for multiple weeks. So that adds up, right? And then once again, we want to reiterate the opportunity for the scholarship. Please apply for the scholarship if you are a family in need. We just have a little bit of information that we would like to ascertain from you for the scholarship. Each week before the camp, so the Wednesday before the camp, we will have a parent orientation. We'll be going over things like field trip forms, permission slips, who's picking up, who's dropping off. The children will be receiving a t-shirt. We want to make sure we get their proper t-shirt size. The children will also be receiving lunch, so we want to make sure that we're accounting for any kind of food allergies and so on and so forth. So the parent orientation is very important for the safety of your children and to make sure that we're checking all the boxes on our end. Again, we do have those field trip waivers we need to get from the parents. And we do want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Exploring program registration. We'll give you some more information about that in a minute. And then we ask that so that we can be in constant communication, that our parents download the Remind app to get updates. Here in this Remind app, we'll be able to let you guys know if there was an emergency fire drill, or if something has occurred that we need to get in communication, or if there's a change in schedule. So please download that Remind app so we can keep the communication going. I'm going to let my co-director Stacy tell you guys a little bit more about that Exploring program registration component.
Yeah, absolutely. So with Exploring, Exploring is a partnership that we have with that organization. They have actually been very kind and are supplying a lot of our activities for the week. Things like fabric science and paint science and robotics and 3D pens and a lot of really cool things. And so they are a organization meant for youth. And what's really nice about them in our partnership, when you register for STEAM Camp, your students also being enrolled in the Exploring program. Because we've partnered with Exploring in the past, we usually have like fall and spring weekend programming with them. And so if your student is now in our Exploring camp, is really our Exploring post is what they call it, those opportunities for the fall will be extended to your child. Now, you do not have to take advantage of it, but if you might be interested in having your student do our free Saturday programming, we will definitely be in touch with that information once we get all that set up for the fall semester. So this is kind of just, it keeps extending the value of your STEAM Camp registration. And I do have to say, as somebody who had to download the Remind app myself for my son's summer camp, it's been great. It comes to my phone like a little text message saying, don't forget to send them with sunscreen. We're going to be outside today. You know, those kind of things. It is very nice and useful. And, you know, that conversation and those reminders will come to you. There's something we do think you need to know. So this will be a good time for us to stop our recording and also open the floor to any questions you might have. And if you do need to get a hold of us, here is our contact information, our phone number for STEAM Camp, as well as our email. So if you have questions that come up after watching the video, if you're watching this or in the Zoom room now, feel free to take down the STEAM Camp address and feel free to contact us that way.
Yes, we can be reached at steamcamp@govst.edu, or we can be reached at 708-235-6800. We are dropping links in the chat with regards to where to register, scholarship, et cetera, et cetera. But if you're watching this recording a little bit later and you need to find out, please don't hesitate to give us a call or email us at steamcamp@govst.edu or 708-235-6800, and we'll be able to answer those questions. So I'm going to stop this recording and we're going to open it up now for our guests to ask questions.